All right, so now we're going to talk about matter. Okay, so matter is everything all around us that is not living. So we're going to talk about in ecology about how we describe living matter. Right now, we're talking about non living things like your desk, the chair, anything chemical around us like that. So, matter is what everything is made out of, and it has two things in common. All matter has a mass, which we've already talked about in the space unit, and all matter has volume, so it occupies some sort of space on this earth. Okay, so we explain matter. We can't see all the little tiny pieces of matter, the particles that is made up of matter. And so it's a theory. And so the difference between a law and a theory is something that explains observations that we've seen. Okay, but a law, we can prove the law. So the very first thing, so there's 5 postulates or parts to the particle theory of matter, and you need to know these inside and out for the rest of this unit. So the very first thing is this little picture here, number 1. All matter is made up of tiny particles. So tiny, we can't see them. Okay? So all matter is made up of tiny particles. Okay? Each pure substance is made up of its own type of particle. So hydrogen is made up of hydrogen particles, and oxygen is made up of oxygen particles. And so each type of substance has its own unique type of particles. Okay, number 3 is that all particles have space between them. Number 4 is that particles are always moving, and particles that are in warmer temperatures move faster than particles that are in slower or colder temperatures, pardon me. Okay, and the last part of the particle theory is that all particles are attracted to each other by some sort of force, either a weak force or a strong force, and that comes into play later as well when we get into talking about our elements and bonding. Okay, so now those are the five postulates of the particle theory. So all matter is made up of extremely tiny particles. All pure substances are made of their own different type of particle. All particles have space between them. Particles are always moving, and increasing the temperature increases the rate of movement, and decreasing the temperature decreases the rate of movement of the particles. And particles are all attracted to one another by a force. Okay, so close together, the closer they are, the stronger the force is. The farther apart, the weaker the force is. So now we're going to move on to physical properties and changes and chemical properties and changes.